Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So firstly, I'd just like to point out that I'm an idiot. I filmed on a digital camera and it was fine, like it was HD, but I have a Hawaii phone. The Hawaii phone films in 4K from the normal camera and it films in HD, like 1080p, from the front camera. But here we are. Anyways, today I'm going to be doing a full coverage makeup look. I'm going to be using the Morphe Fluidity Full Coverage Matte Foundation. I love my freckles. I don't have a problem with them. I like embracing them and I don't normally wear full coverage. But I really wanted to try this foundation because I got it as a sample anyways. And it's fun just to kind of look a little bit different sometimes. Also going to be testing though the JEFFREE STAR brush collection. I literally ordered it 2 days ago and it arrived already, so that in itself is impressive. So I've already primed my skin. I've actually included a little bit of skincare in my last video if you wanted to go and see what I use. If you're interested in just skincare, I can do a skincare routine for you as well because I do use other products. I have absolutely loads. So I'm going to start off now with the eyes. So I'm just going to prime my eyes with the collection Lasting Perfection Concealer in shade 2. Such a throwback, this is such a throwback. Now I'm going to set my eyes with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. Now I just want to mention, the only reason I'm not using the JEFFREE STAR sponges, if you saw my last video you'd know, I didn't manage to put them in my basket before they sold out. So, don't hate me. Time to open these up. The whole case is so cute, like come on, look at this. It opens horizontally, which is great because then the brushes nothing falls out when you open it, but it's easy access. So we get, I think it's 7 brushes. Get this little protective bit as well. Okay. So this is like the bag, which is super cute. And then we get all of these brushes, a bag all together, which I thought was different on JEFFREE's videos, maybe I'm wrong. And then they're packed individually as well. Are the brushes. They're so pretty, oh my goodness. And I'm going to try and just use these brushes. Obviously I use my sponge, but... So here they are without any of their packaging on them. Quite a weighty brush, which means it feels like very high quality. And they've got this little detail, which is like engraved, and then they all have a separate number, which is amazing. I'm going to start off with the JS5 here. But I'm going to be doing a brown smoky eye today, and I'm going to be using the Morphe 350 palette. I'm going to start off with this shade here in the crease. So far, this brush is amazing. I mean, it's blending really easily and it's really soft on the eye, and the tapered shape means that you can really get into the crease of the eye. Next, I'm going to take this shade here through the crease. So I've just zoomed you in for the next part. I'm now going to be placing a darker shade just on the lid area. I'm going to take a mixture of these 2 shades here. Now there isn't a flat brush in this kit, so I'm going to use the JS6, and that's like this. And this should work for packing on shadow anyway. Just pat that on the lid. So far so good. That brush is amazing. It does pack on the shade and it doesn't leave any fallout. 10 out of 10 so far. Now I'm going to take the first shade we used to just blend out the crease. I'm going to take the Marc Jacobs liner. Oh, mine's a bit gross, sorry. This is in Blacquer, and it's the Highliner Gel Eye Crayon. I saw Twee on YouTube, I don't know if you follow her, mentioning this and that it's her fave eyeliner. It is amazing, it's very long wearing. Once it's set, you can't really smudge it, so you have to work quite quickly. So I'm going to show you what brush I'm going to use before, because I don't have much working time. So I'd preferably take a pencil brush, but I'm going to try and use that same one, the JS6, again, to blend out the eyeliner. So first you're just going to take a line across the lid. Keep it as close to the lash line as possible. And we're just going to take that brush and blend it out. So that did an okay job. It would have been better with a pencil brush. I am quite surprised there's not a pencil brush in there, but it's not the end of the world. It's just you need something a bit smaller than this to really get in there. So what I'm going to do is take one of the dark shades we used earlier, this one, and I'm going to just pack that back on the eye again to blend it out. Now I'm just going back in with my JS5 brush with nothing, I'm not putting anything on it. I'm just going to blend out the edges, make sure there's no harsh line. I'm just going to add some mascara using the same one as last time, my fave, Million Volume from L'Oreal. And just wiggle it through the lashes. So now I'm just going to go stick on a pair of lashes and I will be back. Okay, so I've just finished my eyes off camera and I just put on some lashes. I'm wearing the Girls with Attitude Glamour lashes, the same ones as in my last video. Yeah, so I'm very impressed with those brushes overall. They feel very high quality, very professional, and just really easy to blend your eyeshadow with. I've cleaned up under my eyes with a baby wipe, and I'm just going to get started now on the foundation. So I'm going to start out with the Laura Mercier Hydrating Primer. Okay, now my skin's feeling all prepped. I'm going to start with the foundation. Now I'm very excited because I've not tried a Morphe foundation before. I'm going to use the shade F2.50. I'll list the name of it down below. I hope there's enough in here for me to do a face with. If not, I might mix in a little bit of another shade, but I'll let you know. So I'm going to be using the JF1 brush to do my foundation. This is a dense bristled brush and it does feel really soft, so I do have high hopes for this. I'm just going to dot this foundation all over my face. It smells like the MAC Studio Fix, which is bizarre because I don't really wear that anymore and it takes me back to school when I used to put on a full coverage every day of MAC Studio Fix. Okay, so we're just going to blend this in now. It's not sticking. I did use the hydrating primer because I do have drier skin and a matte foundation by itself would probably fall in the creases. So I used F2.50 and I'm going to add some F2.20. I am fake tan at the moment, which is why I'm adding these shades. And I'm just going to dot that around my face as well. Okay, So I'm now going to have to go in with some concealer just to add the coverage under my eyes. It is a pretty full coverage, but I mean, I always find I have to add concealer anyway, just because I have so many freckles, and I feel like that's kind of the secret to getting full coverage. And I'm also going to do my contour in a cream. So I'm going to use the NYX HD concealer in the shade 6. I'm using this to add more coverage, and then I'm going to go in with a lighter concealer for my under eye. Okay, so now I'm going to go back in with my Collection 2000 Lasting Perfection Concealer in the shade 2. And this is going to give me the brightening that I would normally get from my concealer. I am aware this is a lot of makeup, but I mean, you want full coverage, girl, you gotta get full coverage. And I'm just going to blend that in with the same brush, the JS1. So just for those inner portions of the eye, I'm going to use the JS3, which is this one. I'm just going to get in there to blend my concealer. So I'm going to go in with the LA Girl Pro Conceal, and this is in the shade Toast. And I'm just going to contour my face out with this. Okay, so I'm going to take the smaller blending brush, and this was the JS3, and I'm going to just blend out that contour. Just going to go in with the larger brush just to help blend that in a little bit more. I do like the small one, but I'm going to alternate between the two. Okay, so now to go in and set everything, I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier translucent powder again. I'm just going to take this on my sponge, just because I would use the JEFFREE Star sponge if I had it for this step. And I'm just going to put the powder on and just press it under my eyes. And now I'm just going to take it under the cheekbone as well to carve that out. On chin, forehead. This is a matte foundation, so you don't really want to be putting too much on, but I do want to set it just because there's so much. When you're doing a full coverage, you do kind of want it to be set in place. Now I'm just going to take the JS2 and I'm just going to brush away the excess powder. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my bronzer. I'm going to use the Laura Mercier, oh sorry it's so messy, Matte Radiance Baked Bronzer in 03, and I'm going to use the JS2 again. I'm just going to put that on my cheekbones. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the By Terry blush. This is in the shade 01. I'm going to take the same brush again, which is the JS2. I'm going to use my good old trusty Freedom makeup. Don't even know why I show it, because look at it, look at it. But this is the Duo Brow Powder in the shade Auburn. Now I'm excited to use this brush because it's double-ended. So this is the JS7. And I'm just going to comb through my eyebrows. I'm just going to fill those in using this tapered end. Okay, so now that our brows are all done, I'm going to go into the under eye and just finish that off by smoking it out. So I'm going to take my Marc Jacobs pencil, the mechanical gel pencil again. I'm going to fill in my waterline. And I'm just going to tightline my eyes as well, which is just filling in underneath here. Okay, so now I'm just going to take my 35O palette again, and I'm going to take this shade here, which we used earlier, and I'm going to run that underneath my lash line. I'm sorry, I'm using the JS6, the flat kind of packer style brush. Now I'm just going to go in with the dark shade that we used on the lid, which was this one here, and I'm going to run that on the outer quarter of under my eye. I'm just going to take my mascara and put it on the bottom lashes now. I'm going to go in with the NYX Dewy Finish Spray, just so that, because this foundation, it's very matte, so when I want to put my highlighter on, I want it to pop, which this is going to help. Okay, now I'm going to take the famous JS4 brush, which is supposed to be like the ultimate highlighting brush, and I'm going to be using Champagne Pop by Becca. Wow. Oh, this brush is... I find it really hard. Whoa, okay. To find a good highlighting brush. Yep, pretty sure. Look! I'm using the MAC lip pencil in Whirl, and I'm just going to line my lips. Okay, so now I'm going to fill them in with Mere from MAC. I just want this lip to be a little bit lighter, so I'm just going to go in with the Revolution Lip Amplification. I'm not sure what shade this is, but just like a pale nudie gloss. So there we have it. This is my full coverage foundation routine, and this was using the Morphe Fluidity foundation, which I am very impressed with. I'm going to be uploading every week. I've got something 7 rings inspired. So please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.
Ah.